Morgan meets the eye. Autobots wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons, the Transformers. Robots in disguise, the Transformers. Morgan meets the eye, the Transformers.
Alert! Alert! Autobots, assemble at once!
Wouldn't you know it? Every time I get set to lube my cable relay, something happens.
Action first, Gears. Maintenance later.
For you to say your pulleys don't squeak.
Your squeaking's not the problem. It's your squawking.
The Decepticons are attacking a mining camp. We're going in to stop them.
Hey guys, and welcome back for today's unboxing video, which is going to be a Transformers unboxing video. Right before the end of 2025, I've placed an order for 3 robots, and of course I didn't know when they would come in, but this time I ordered them from a store in Holland as opposed to always just ordering from AliExpress. The prices didn't matter that much. With the transportation costs, it probably evened up just about right. And they came in today, so yeah, there are going to be 2 Autobots and 1 Decepticon, and I'm not sure. Oh, they won't be Takara Tomy ones, just different manufacturers, and I don't know if they are going to be inside some form of a transportation box inside here. So I don't know if they are still going to be a surprise which ones they are. I will be making a video of each individual robot, and I'm thinking about starting off with the smaller one. But it kind of depends on how they come out of this box. So let's just open it up and see what it all looks like. Oh yeah, they are not going to be individually packaged in exterior box. I already noticed. So one of them is going to be, this one is pretty deep. Yeah, so one of them is going to be X-Transbot's version of Perceptor, which I had been eyeing for quite some time, never got into actually buying it, just other robots just kept popping up, and I thought, well, it's about time I get it now. So yeah, I'm very, very curious about this one. With my past experience with X-Transbots, with the Cup robot, it had a lot of paint chipping. So I'm a little bit scared for X-Transbots, but I do very much like their designs. But yeah, this one will be transformed in probably the upcoming video. Then we have Sovereign 2.0. I still needed a Galvatron for my 86 movie cast. And I finally pulled the trigger on. I saw the 2.0 version, and it just looked really amazing. This is going to be my first Fans Toys. Probably gonna be a nightmare to transform this without the manual, which I always prefer doing first. Probably gonna regret that. But yeah, I think this one. I'm not gonna say it's worth the money, but I just want a very nice looking Galvatron, and I think this one is the best one yet. But yeah, it's the most I've spent on a single 25 centimeters robot, and I just hope it's going to be worth it, but we'll see in a couple of videos. And the one I'll be unboxing for this video is yeah, one of my personal favorites actually. I had it as a G1 toy back when I was younger. There are several versions of it on the market, and I've had some iffy results with the manufacturer BADCUBE. I mean, the Insecticons I got from BADCUBE were just amazing. They look great, they felt great, transformation was pretty cool to do. And this one is going to be Gears from BADCUBE. And I've also had a bad experience with BADCUBE, which was the hoist one. The material was alright, some was actually cool, there was some metal, actual metal in it, but his knee joints and his hip joints were just feeble as hell, so he can't really hold a pose. He can't even really properly stand, to be honest. So yeah, that's pretty bad. And I'm kind of curious about GRUMP, their version of Gears. We only have some art on the back side and on the side, and that's about it. So his model name is OTS-09. Oldtimer Series 9, GRUMP, also known as Gears. And yeah, it's gonna be small, of course. It's a mini bot. So yeah, I'm just gonna open it up and see if I can transform this little guy and review it a little bit. I'm expecting it to come in car mode, but we'll see about that. First off, we get a nice little trading card, two actually. Pretty cool looking. One in Japanese and one in English probably, yeah. I do like the black cards more, but it is in Japanese, so I would have preferred it to be in English. But yeah, here you see him in toy mode, and here you see him in cartoonish mode. And the little manual booklet, instruction manual. Okay, so that looks pretty clear. Gonna keep it close by just in case. And then for the actual toy itself, oh, it's in robot mode. Okay, so I'm gonna have to transform it into car mode. Should be doable, I guess. Now, about the material, I thought it looked a little bit plastic looking, which it actually does, but is that a bad thing? I'm not sure. There's something loose in there. What is that? Some kind of plate. Is that bad? Well, I am noticing ball joints, but the Insecticons had that as well. The plastic does feel a little bit plasticky. He does feel pretty heavy, actually. So there must be some metal in there, I guess. He does feel very sturdy, so that's very nice. Even though they are ball joints, this is not a ball joint. No, this is a multi-angle friction joint, I guess. So yeah, I'm first gonna review it in its robot mode to show you guys the actual posability of this figure. Well, the thing is, like, I thought on the pictures that he looked a little bit cheapish, the plastic, which, yeah, it is the case for the arms. They are made of a different kind of plastic, so it seems, than the red and the silver looking metal. Well, this is shiny blue. So yeah, it's mostly the arms actually. So this is just standard plastic. Not really liking the looks of it. And then we have the red, which is a bit shiny. And the silver is shiny. And then the blue here on the back side is a different kind of plastic, or so it seems, than the arms are. So I guess I would have preferred the arms to be in the same kind of plastic, but it isn't. The head is a little bit loose, hardly any movement in there, up and downwards, or tilting. So he comes with his little repair gun thing, which you can pop on one of his arms. Or replace his hand, actually, I guess, turn and flip it around. I won't be using this, I don't think. And there's the sad part, because His gun is got a little bit of metallic looking paint on it, which looks pretty cool actually. It's kind of a weird color blue, but it does look pretty cool. They should have just made this metallic looking as well, I guess. My opinion, but they didn't. And then this little part, I have no idea what this is for. Now what I saw in the pictures is that he can open up his chest. Maybe it's supposed to go in there. Not sure. Okay. No. I guess I'll be having to look it up in the manual. Now as for his gun, now for a mini bot, he is pretty posable, so that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, before I get into the robot, so this figure, this box was purchased at TF Robots, a store in Holland, and this one was on sale. I think normally you have to pay like 75-ish euros. I think I got this one for about 50, so that's pretty big discount. Might be 60, I'm not entirely sure, but still a pretty big discount. And that's basically what made me pull the trigger on this one. I thought, well, it can't be that bad. I actually like it. I just wish they would have done the arms a little bit different. As for posability on this figure, his head sculpt looks like this. Oh wait, I thought there was supposed to be a secondary face. I thought he had a grumpy face and a smiley face, and I don't see that anywhere. Is this it? No, that can't be it. No, that's not it. Maybe it's hidden somewhere. I'll figure it out. See what the booklet says. Anyhow, posability. So yeah, his head can move around a little bit. It does seem a little bit off center when you turn it all the way sideways. But from the front it looks good, but from the side it's, well, this one, it just looks a little bit weird. But then again, Gears does have a really strange face. So no movement up or down and left to right, so it's only basically just this rotation which you can do, which is a bit lackluster, but yeah, he just has a really weird design which doesn't really allow for any movement on the head, I guess. On the arms we've got a rotation because of the ball joint. You can move his arm up like this. And move him inwards a little bit. Not a whole lot, but still there is some movement there. He's got a bicep rotation, which is a mushroom head peg, or mushroom peg. Then on his arms, there seems to be only a single joint, but you can move it a little bit further than 90 degrees. That gun is stuck in there pretty tightly. Not sure if I can even get it out. There we go. So yeah, that's probably gonna chip somewhere down the line with the paint on the gun, I guess. But it's very tight in his hand. But the joint on his elbow is single, but it does go past the 90 degrees. Not all the way to 0 degrees, which is too bad because I just prefer my double jointed arms, but it is what it is. Then we have a torso rotation, full 360. no ab or back crunch. His legs can go out in 180 degrees. Kick to the front, not all the way to 90 degrees, just a little bit less. Kick to the back, which is 90 degrees. We don't have a thigh rotation, but we do have a leg rotation at the hip. 360 degrees. And then we have a joint on his knee, which is double jointed, I think. Yeah, it is double jointed, but the movement this little part gets in the way a little bit. Can I fix that? Nah, you can't really do anything about it because this wheel just gets in the way, which was tucked in there very nicely. Let me just get that back in there. Kind of curious about this transformation actually. So yeah, it does have a knee joint which is double jointed, but you can't really, you cannot really get a lot of movement out of it. About 90 degrees, that's what you get. Then his foot is on a ball joint as well. This ankle movement. We have a tilt inwards and outwards. And a toe dip, which is on a different joint. And a little bit of a toe pull towards his torso. So yeah, quite a lot of options for stability on the foot, on the feet. So all in all, you can do quite a lot of stuff with it. I think it would have just been better if he had double joints. Now his hands cannot rotate, I don't think. No, you cannot rotate his hands, nor can you open and close his grip, so it's just this is what it is basically. Am I saying that right? Yeah, I don't see any form of joint whatsoever. So yeah, it's basically just a fist. That's what you get. All right, I think that's it for the articulation on this figure. I mean, it looks pretty cool. I gotta say, it looks pretty cool. I'm happy to have this guy already. Little pessimistic, grumpy dude. Oh wait, that's one thing I did not mention yet. I did mention that you can move his shoulder like this, but you can actually also move it upwards a little bit. So he can sort of have like a shrug kind of movement, pose. Yeah, all in all, I do think he looks pretty cool. There's not a single joint which is too loose. I don't, apart from his head, that's a little bit too loose, but might be able to tighten that a little bit. Not sure. Very curious about the faceplate though. I really thought he had a different look on him as well. Like 2 different looks. Might be tucked in here somewhere. I think it's just time to try and transform this little guy. And should I keep this for reference? Yeah, why not? Alright, so I already noticed that you can collapse or expand the legs right here. Quite a lot of stuff going on here. So I think I should just start off with that, because those are going to be the back part of the truck and should probably not be in the way of the front of the car. So I think I'm just going to start off there. This might actually get in the way of the front side of the car. Yeah, maybe it will. That's a pretty cool way of collapsing the front side of the truck like this on a double hinge. It's pretty cool. I don't think I've seen that before. It's very nicely designed. It's pretty cool. Alright guys, I think I sort of got it done. I was almost about to give up and check out the manual for it because I really couldn't figure out how to make it all come together and tuck the arms away in a certain way. I'm really still not sure if I did it correctly. I mean, there's a lot of space behind the doors here, but I ended up putting the arms behind the windows, and I think they're still supposed to go behind the doors right there. This part was really a hassle to line up in a proper way, and I still don't think it's actually properly aligned. I think the wheels are a little bit too far to the front, but it does leave room for this part. I just don't know if it's correct, so I'm gonna have to check out the manual just to be sure. It is a very nice tight transformation in the end if you know what you're doing. It looks pretty cool. It's a Jeep, and I think it sort of resembles it. I thought it would be a little bit wider, and it took me quite some time to figure out that these legs had to be squished on the double joint in the knees to make it more tight. I thought this would be a little bit more to the back, but I do think that this is sort of how he's supposed to look. Yeah, it's very solid. So the rattling you hear is from the wheels. It's very solid. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I do think there are some alignment issues here and there. but I'm not going to be using it as a toy car anyways. But some of the wheels are not rolling as they should be, I guess. Anyhow, I do think it's a very cool character. If you don't have a gears yet, you might want to consider getting this one. I think it's a pretty cool gears. I will be transforming it back into robot mode, give you guys a couple of different stances, and apply the accessories. I still don't know what this is for. Maybe a different grill? No, that can be it. This does not seem properly aligned yet. Anyhow, it doesn't really matter to me because I'm not going to be using it in car mode. But I think you can clean this up a little bit better if you do it the proper way. I did not find the secondary face, so I'm very curious about that. Let me just check the manual real quick. But yeah, it was quite a hassle to figure out exactly how to collapse it all into car mode. Front view. Oh, the wheels are actually supposed to be this far to the front, maybe even a little bit further. To lift it a little bit more, seems like it. And back view. So yeah, it seems like I've put stuff in the right place alright. Alright, vehicle mode, robot mode. Yeah, the collapsing part of the hood and the engine part was very nice. Was pretty cool. Yeah. Okay. So from what it seems like, the arms are supposed to go behind the window part. Yeah, it leaves a big gap right here where I thought I had to tuck in the arms. It took me a really long time to find out that that was not the case. Yeah, okay, so this transformation took me a really long time. Could have been a lot shorter. Apparently you can tuck his weapon right here if you want to keep it close by in his truck mode. I just want to know about the secondary face. Ah, okay, so you can just lift his head and then swap it around. So let me see if I can give you guys a close up on that. Okay, so yeah, you got this face and you get, let's see how that works exactly. And you get this face, which is his happy face, because Grump is not a bad guy at all. So you got a happy face and the grumpy face. Gears. Yeah, the metallic looking parts, the gray metallic looking parts are very cool. The glossy blue is very cool as well. And then the arm parts, which are hidden away right now, the blue parts are not that cool looking. The red is okay. I thought it would be a lot more plastic looking, but it's okay. Yeah, I would recommend it. It's like $50 right now. Normal price would probably be like 80. I think it looks pretty cool. That's it for this review. In the next one I will be doing Perceptor, or as he's called, Jensen from X-Transbots. Thank you guys for joining. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got something out of it. And see you guys for the next video. Later.
Thank you.